hello there, my name is HW, and thank you so much for watching Tonjika TV. Today, we're talking about something that I literally just thought up in the shower. I'm sitting there going, wait a minute, HW, if there's parallel paths in the Kemper meant for bass, why don't we use that to make ourselves a little acoustic double tracker? And I've been getting a lot of requests that say, HW, can you please do some more acoustic simulator stuff? And so I am happy to oblige. Today, in terms of signal chain, all you are hearing is the TJ Acoustic Sim profile. It is a profile that I'll get into in a minute, but all the stack is muted. And we have all of the acoustic simulating tone coming right here from the acoustic simulator effect and a little EQ that I'm just using to carve off a little bit of the low end bass because with different guitars, different pickups, you might need more or less high end, more or less bass. So really I'm just using the high and lows there, the high and low cut. And then in addition to that, that's really it. That's all I'm doing. And that sounds just like what you heard in the beginning. This is a 1964 Guild Starfire. Although we might be making it sound like an acoustic guitar, it is a completely electric normal guitar. These are normal pickups mostly. I mean, they're Guild-made pickups, so they're a little unique in that way. So, you know, not a PAF, not a mini hum, kind of their own deal. But it sounds like an electric guitar. Let me show you that. It sounds, I mean, look, it just sounds like an electric guitar. Sounds like a guitar, right? Okay, going back to feeding the stack, here's the tone I had in the beginning here, and it sounds like this. It's a beautiful sort of cop of an acoustic guitar. But one really cool thing that I saw, I've seen multiple artists do this, and this is an old studio trick. You can double track an acoustic over an electric guitar. And so really, if you think about like what that means, you want to get some of this sound. You want to get some of that on top of this. And so to do that in the Kemper, all we have to do is, before you can enable the stack here so that we have now the acoustic guitar simulator running through the profile stack, that's like the amp, and then into our effects, and we get this sort of sound. Now, that sounds pretty decent actually for a tone, but that's not really what we're going for. You see, this would be running an acoustic guitar kind of into an amp, and in this case, it sounds pretty, it sounds fine actually if you listen to it. And that's because all of the high end and the low end that really we're creating with the acoustic simulator is being squashed and squished EQ-wise into the middle because the amp has high and low cuts sort of built in its own EQ curve. But what we can do is we can actually go into the rig menu, and let me hit rig menu. There we go. A little slow there, Kemper. What did you not have your coffee today? Here is the parallel path button. And that's on page 4 of 6. So hit rig, parallel path, boom. Now here's what that does. That actually brings our A and our B in parallel with C and D. So now what we're doing is we're hitting the acoustic simulator. We're hitting a compressor and the acoustic simulator, comp acoustic simulator. And those are actually in parallel with C and D now, and they will run underneath our signal chain so that we now have comp and acoustic simulator in parallel with the rest of the signal chain. So when we now look back at our rig menu, it gives us a parallel path mix control. So all acoustic or all towards one side, acoustic in our case, sounds like this. You'll notice it's dry because the wet effects are now on the other signal chain, which sounds like this. And if I mix them together, you get this sound right here. Now, I tend to prefer, because of the difference in volume, I tend to like to lean just a little bit towards the amp. Because I think all of that aggressive high end, the very sizzly top endiness of an acoustic guitar, the clack, which you can really hear right here, right? You get that. Listen to this. That high end is really pretty incredible, incredibly high and present compared to this high end. The bass is also quite muted. The bass is much more round and acoustic-y. So I like to just put this on like +1 and go a little bit towards the electric side. And then, well, let me just play this loop and then I'll show you the 3 kind of different voicings that we can get here, and you can kind of get everything in between. And that is a really cool, I really like that because you really can give yourself just a slightly different flavor. And I switched to my neck pickup at some point in there because I kind of like that for the middle position better. The middle position, sorry, what I mean is when they're actually mixed together, acoustic and electric kind of sounds. And I think that's because the neck is a little warmer in this setting. And then also, and really right in the middle sounds great. But I still kind of like a little like 0.4 plus 0.4 plus 0.8. It's very unique. It really does remind me of an acoustic guitar-ish. I feel like what I'm hearing is almost a mix of like like a full body jazz guitar that I'm playing through an amp in the room, and I'm hearing both of them, you know? It really gives you that sort of... It's really addicting to play. It's really fun, and you definitely should check it out. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to save this just as it's sitting right now, so it's the half acoustic, half electric sound, and we'll call it TJ Acoustic half and half or something. We'll call it TJ Double Tracker, Acoustic Double Tracker, and it'll be a free download on the Kemper Tips and Tricks page of the Tone Junkie store site. You can see it, link in the description down there. If you get anything out of these videos, please like, subscribe, and check out all of the new Kemper profile packs that we have coming out. And because this is free, just so you know, I didn't even touch on this. This is actually, if you kind of defeat this stuff and just go to the electric side, it's a steel string singer. I haven't tried this with like dirtier profiles. Maybe it would be cool, but I'm really liking it with this clean stuff. Hope that's been helpful. My name has been HW. Don't forget to like and subscribe. HW.